Howdy, FluffBat here, bringing you a Spider-Man video. Okay, so, I'm bringing you this video because I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to talk about Spider-Man, obviously. However, I wanted to talk about the Sam Raimi trilogy. And that's when I get into some information that I had no clue about till around 2 years ago. It was the Alex Ross Spider-Man suit. Now, I will go into detail on why I like this suit and how I think it would have impacted the story in a way. But if this video gets tons of likes and or views, most likely the views because I can't go based off of likes, then I'll see if I can commission the person who originally made this mod named AgroFro and see if they can or are already in the makes of a symbiote variant of the suit. Because again, this is their iteration. Now, one thing that I love about the Alex Ross suit is the sleek black and red design and how much of a darker turned Peter looks like he was going to go down. Like, look at him. He just radiates killer vibes. But we got a more comic accurate Spider-Man, but with a modern touch to it. Like how he has the 3D looking web design on it. The web pattern, how it pops out more. However, when I look at all the promotional images, I see Spider-Man without a fabric design, which is probably just me being a picky little bit. But again, each drawing and adding fabric design would take so much time. So I'm not going to judge it based on that. However, props to the mod creator for adding that fabric design into the entire outfit. It flows well, and the costume, because it's photorealistic, FluffBat moron, and the costume has the seam lines where the costume would have been sewn in. And it is a fan-fucking-tastic idea. Another thing I want to talk about is how I think a suit like this would have worked in the films. Starting with Spider-Man 1. I feel as if he would have been a more brutal Spider-Man. Like, he would be making people bleed and giving them concussions. Hey, that sounds like somebody I already know. But Sam Raimi went with a more comic book accurate Spider-Man. The quirky, awkward, and heroic Spidey. When we may have gotten an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man before Andrew Garfield. Also, I had no idea that Andrew Garfield was British. Just a little side note, but aside from that, the costume does have some flaws in my opinion. The outfit has a web shooter contraption thing that's blocking his wrist, which again may just be because Sam Raimi had a different vision on Spider-Man, but considering we saw how he turned out with organic webs, this was just a weird thing to think about. The only thing I can think that he would use web shooters and these hold his web fluid. However, it also makes me think about how Peter would have designed his suit, because he already looks like he had thought up a suit with a black and red, but said it needed more color. Now, back to my other point. What if we had Alex Ross's suit instead of Sam Raimi's? I think Peter would have been more of a beat them up quick and ask questions later, which would have probably gotten a PG-13 rating instead of a PG rating it already had. But that would have been great for me, at least now that I'm older, to see Peter Parker dealing blow after blow to Green Meanie and only after the Goblin asks him to stop Peter. I feel that would have been great, and I'm not saying that because I happen to love action, but I'm saying it to bring out a very dark and straightforward Spider-Man would be interesting. He would most likely be the Spider-Man that brings fear to the criminals around and actually slow down crime rates. But how would J. Jonah Jameson react to this Spider-Man? I feel if J. Jonah Jameson had seen this Spider-Man doing his job, he would be somewhat judgy but enjoy this Spider-Man's approach to dealing with criminals. Putting them in concussions and making them not want to commit any more crimes, unless they're really mentally deranged, which would put Spider-Man onto J. Jonah Jameson's good side. But, again, that's just my thought process trying to handle all this. Maybe Jonah would still do everything he did previously, but about how he's a menace to the entire city. And now that I'm older, I can agree with Jonah on certain standpoints because Spider-Man doesn't pay my fucking taxes. But I'm also not here to discuss the political topic of Spider-Man. And holy shit, I actually am typing the hyphen out in Spider-Man. I just did it again. Son of a bitch. But overall, I'd give this suit a solid 7 out of 10 on comic book pages. I'd give this modded suit from AgroFro a solid 9 out of 10. It maintains all the things I love about the Sam Raimi suit, infuses the Alex Ross suit into one, making this beautiful thing. And you know what? Screw it. If this video gets 10 likes, I'll try to get AgroFro to make a symbiote-inspired suit for this mod. And because I had so much fun with this suit on, and with the Web Slinger mod / Spider-Man Movement mod made by GuitarthVader, titled Raimi Resolute, they also made some other movement mods like Tom Holland and TASM 3 inspired one. I have all these amazing photos I took, so I'm going to include a collage of photos and you guys can comment which one was your favorite if you so desire. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, and if you would like more of my content, I guess you can subscribe. You already watched a video of mine, so why not? Anyways, stay legendary, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, just coming in real quickly just to talk about how I love the seam lines. Like it's kind of loose around the back whenever he just stands there, and it's so fucking beautiful. The photorealistic detail in suits on Spider-Man mods are insane. And honestly, I love it. It's so good. But that's all I wanted to say. Stay legendary.